some.
Guys, it's Vlogmas day 1 of 2021. Welcome. We were highly zoomed in there for that intro, but that's okay. Guys, it is Vlogmas day 1. I am going to be recording these 2 days in advance just so I have a little wiggle room to always get a video up for you guys. If you're new here, welcome. I believe this is year 4 of Vlogmas.
I would say that's accurate.
I think we started in 2018, 2019, 2020, or is that 3 years? Math that, Jared, while I sit here and talk.
I think that's 4.
4, okay. We've done it different times. The first year we did a true Vlogmas all the way up until Christmas, and that almost killed me. So changed it after that, where I do for sure 2 a week, so 14 days of December I'll do Vlogmas, and at the end of that I'll decide if I want to do a week 3 or not, depending on how I feel at that point in time. So there have been years where I stopped at the 2 week, I pushed through for 3 weeks, so we'll see what happens this time. But if you're new to my Vlogmas, welcome, subscribe, turn on notifications. Mine is a mix of beauty and a little day in the life. So you get a little bit of everything, but mostly beauty related content like today's video. So this beauty room where I'm sitting is just a disaster, really. And this is going to be at least a 2-part series within Vlogmas, maybe even 3 parts. Today we're going to just put away the makeup. And then in another video, we'll actually clean it. And then maybe if we make it to part 3, we'll declutter. You guys will have to let me know at that point. And I'll do a makeup inventory this year as well. That's usually a part of Vlogmas. And I say inventory because I probably won't declutter a lot. Maybe a couple things here and there. But my collection has been curated over the years. So I'm pretty good at now keeping up with it and moving something out that I don't want anymore. But the inventory is a good way to kind of see how I did with makeup over the years as far as using it up, purchasing, and all of that. So, I'm excited. So, I'm going to show you guys this room. We'll put away the makeup. I have a couple of pre-recorded videos, like my 21 and 2021 Project Pan. That will probably be tomorrow's video. And then I have another pre-recorded video that is my travel makeup bag. That is body skincare, not makeup. So those will be sprinkled in through this week as well, because I was hoping to get them up before Vlogmas, but I didn't. So I still want to show them, so we'll just sprinkle them in for days that I know I'm like crazy and I can't really get a video up or edit a video. So that's what that plan is. As far as life updates, I don't really have one for right now. Maybe I'll do a get ready with me and we can deep dive what's going on in my life, because I haven't really done like a life update in a while. My last videos have been very makeup oriented. So yeah, I mean, there's not a ton of changes, few changes. Jared's going to be here this year for Vlogmas, which is exciting. Last year he was caretaking for his stepfather, so he wasn't here for most of it, and I actually really appreciate Vlogmas during that time because it gave me something to be busy with and to interact more with you guys, and it was very comforting to have y'all with me. So that was really nice. But he's here this year and more things are open up that we can maybe take you guys along that we couldn't really do last year. So thumbs up, give me a thumbs up if you are excited for Vlogmas this year, and let's get into looking at this Hot Mess Express around us. Alright guys, if you are new here, this is my beauty room. It's a room off of my kitchen. I think it's supposed to be like a breakfast nook, or maybe it could be a pantry if you wanted to hang shelves, but I use it for my beauty space. So earlier you probably heard my husband heating up food. Anytime someone's in the kitchen, you will hear them while I'm in here, and that's okay. I have a small house in general, so you're just always gonna hear people. It's lived in, all right? But this is my beauty room. It's been this way for, well, it's been a beauty room for like 5 years or so. And I've had this arrangement of furniture for quite a while. If you go back through my channel, there's quite a few beauty room clean with me's, rearranging, and you can see the different ways it's been rearranged. I thought about changing it again, but I don't know, this way is really working for me. But let me just give you guys an overview. So you're on a tripod, so hopefully it won't be too blurry. So this is my work bag. So that doesn't live there, but it gets sat there quite often. We're not going to worry about a lot of this clutter today because, like I said, this will be broken up over multiple parts. This part right here is when we got our kitchen cabinets resurfaced. We had to move everything out of the kitchen, and these are items that never found a home after that. So they need a home. Again, not today, but that will be probably part 2. These are beauty empties. That video is already up on my channel, so I need to get rid of them. I usually keep them until the video is live, just in case I have to refilm it for some reason. But it's live, so I can get rid of that. Not today, just an overview. Okay, I can stop saying that now. Storage things like makeup bags and storage containers and odds and ends. If we do a part 3, that's kind of what we would declutter and reorganize. You'll just have to let me know if you're interested in that kind of thing. And then here are beauty makeup empties in the white one, and then the green one is my makeup empties for the year. And as you can see, she's pretty full over there. I love that for us. And then if you zoom around, there's a ton of makeup on my vanity that we need to put away. It's from my curated fall makeup. Also from the travel makeup that I took to Thanksgiving to see family with. So that's primarily what we're going to do in this video, is put that stuff away. And then this is where my makeup collection is stored. I'll have to move the chair so we have room, but I do have makeup sitting on top that we need to put away. Some decluttered makeup over the past few months, or, you know, I always posted when we did it, but it just kind of sat there. I think what I'm going to do is when we go for Christmas to see family, I will just take all my decluttered makeup with me, and knowing that will help incentivize as we do the inventories, giving it away, because it's hard to give it away if you're just gonna like have it sit somewhere, but if you know it's going to family and friends, then it's much easier to pass things along. But we have makeup on top we need to put away. There's makeup just kind of piled up. So that's what we're going to do today, is we're going to focus on putting all of that away and chatting about makeup and all of that. So if you want to go to wherever your makeup storage is, and we can do this together. Okay, when I do these makeup organizational videos, the one thing that you guys tell me in the comments is you like more of real time, and when I talk to you guys, and less of like that clicking fast forward. So we'll kind of do that today, which will make this probably a longer video, which I'm sure you guys are okay with. I've had this makeup collection. I've been collecting it for about 7 years, and not everything in here is 7 years old. A couple of the palettes are close to that, but I have changed my buying habits over the last couple years. You guys have been a part of that journey, especially this year. I attempted a 6-month no buy. I think I made it almost 4 months. I don't think I will ever do that again. Maybe like a monthly one, but I don't think I would do like a long-term one like that again. But it did teach me so many habits, and it changed my buying habits, that now I don't just like impulsively shop, and I really think about like how long it takes to use something, and do I really want that in my life, and is that something I'm really going to use, and all of that. So it has slowed down my makeup buying significantly, which I love, and my makeup habits as far as wearing makeup has changed, like my preferences have changed and all of that. And I think that's true for a lot of people, especially through the pandemic. So I feel like if I lost all of this collection, repurchasing it would look a lot different this time around opposed to when I purchased it. Like I would probably only buy 1 or 2 primers, 1 or 2 light coverage foundations, whereas as far as more of like a medium coverage, I would probably have like 3 or 4 powders, because I do really love powders, all kinds, like loose setting powders, finishing powders, full coverage powders. I like them all, so I'd probably have quite a bit of those. Probably only have a few eyeshadow palettes, and I think I would have all face palettes, not very many of like the singles. I'm obviously not going to get rid of my makeup to have that kind of collection, but that's definitely how my preferences have changed, and that has influenced how I shop for makeup now. So there are a few products up here. I need to also grab a towel to wipe things down, so when they resurfaced the cabinets, there was some sanding. So there's like a layer of dust on top of the containers. Like you can really see it on here. Maybe you can't, but there's just a layer of dust that I need to wipe all of these down. Oh yeah, you can see it as I move these things away. So I need to wipe these. As far as like how things are organized on the shelves, it's still working for me for the most part, so I'll probably just keep all of that the same. Yeah, so let me go grab something to wipe all of this down with. And alright, so I have these containers that I got off Amazon. I'm pretty sure all of it is linked down in my description. But let's go ahead and put blushes back, and I'll just kind of wipe down any dust that's on them. So in this one, I keep my MAC blushes, my Milani, and my Physicians Formula. I have one more MAC blush that goes back here, which is the Melba, but it's in my weekly makeup basket, so we'll just leave that. The second one I have is for highlighters, and this one is actually majority of my highlighter collection. I think I've accumulated a couple from the 21 days of beauty, so I don't remember if they all fit in here, but we will find out. Yeah, they don't all fit. Okay, that's fine. I don't know where I'm going to put the other ones. Actually, I forgot. I have 2 for my highlighters. So, okay, that one's good. If anything, I could take my blushes out of here and put them with the rest of my blushes. But I do want all my highlighters to preferably fit. Okay, I couldn't get all of them to fit. Like, I still have these little sample ones that won't fit, so we'll have to find a home. But otherwise, they are all looking good up here. Then I have in here some powders and my melts. eyeshadow stacks that just sit next to it. So let me add in the stacks that we pulled out for our fall makeup. Let's see, these are magnetic stacks, and there's like 3 different ones here, but just gonna have to separate them so that they'll fit in this drawer. And there are a couple missing that are in my Makeup Basket Express, but otherwise that's where they are housed. And then here are my pressed setting powders, and I don't think we have any to add. The only one that is sitting out is my Huda Beauty, the Glowish. I do like this, but I'm going to put it in my my weekly makeup basket, and otherwise this is good. And then we have this other one that they are my lipsticks. Oops, it's upside down. Right? No, that was okay, we'll have to fix that. But my concealers and my lipsticks. So I had done a fall lipstick pick in one of my weekly makeup baskets. So I'm actually going to put those back, and maybe we could do a winter pick in another video if you're curious to see that. But I wanted to put them all back so that I have a fresh start. I do have my favorite ones still sitting to the side. Those will stay out, but everything else is in here. This is another area of my collection that I would not own as many if I redid my whole collection, but this is where we are currently, and that's fine. I'm not gonna get rid of them just to get rid of them, but as they go off or I use them up, then I'll keep that in mind as I repurchase. Here are concealers. I think I have quite a few that I need to put back. I have my L'Oreal, my Cover FX. What else do we have? We have CoverGirl. My Milani Supercharge, which, will she fit? Oh, I don't know if she's gonna close like that. Let's see. Oh, that's satisfying. Okay, so all of those sit there. All right, here's everything for the top shelf. So we have the blush, the 2 rows of highlighters. So these are all of my highlighters except for those minis and this loose setting one, which maybe will just fit here. Yeah, we can just throw these here. So they're close. Then we have my press setting powders, all my lip products, and my concealer. So this part is looking pretty good, and I don't think there is anything else to add to it. So the next part that we need to work on are the palettes. These are all eyeshadow palettes, and I had a few months ago at this point had set these out because I want to go through one at a time and put them into this bin next to them as I use them, and I still want to work on that. But as you can maybe see, there's like some dust and all of that sitting on here, so we need to wipe things down and switch things up. Alright, I had taken apart a few of my ColourPop palettes and placed it in this big Tarte magnetic palette. So I just took time to put these all together, and I might have messed up a little bit on putting them back together, but I looked up pictures of the palettes and I think that it's good enough for me, at least. So these are most of my ColourPop palettes, not quite all of them. But the palettes that are down here, the Modern Renaissance, we have used quite often in the last little bit. So put that back. These are the ones I've used recently. I think I'm going to keep out... So I thought about doing a winter capsule makeup collection, but I don't know exactly what I would identify as winter makeup. Maybe that could be something we explore together in the video, but I'm just going to set that there. Some of these I didn't actually get to use in my fall capsule. Here we go, Natasha Denona, the Star Palettes, we'll put that in here. We have the Morphe Boss Mood, we used that a little bit. Alright, so we have the I've used recently palettes here. I have the let's go through it and at least one time before we put in. These are palettes that don't really have a rhyme or reason. They're just kind of my larger palettes. So let me wipe this off. So there isn't much that we need to do with this, so I'll just scoot it over. And then these are more of like my smaller palettes, like the ColourPop ones. So let's see if we can get all of these ColourPop ones to fit. Where did I sit them? There they are. Okay, that's pretty satisfying. So the only ones that aren't, I think, gonna fit, we have, these smaller ones like Huda and the small Too Faced. I have a little section down here. Let's put those in there. Blush. I think that is all for eyeshadow, so we'll put this back. Alright, so here we go. Here's the second shelf with the medium-sized palettes, larger palettes. These are all of my foundations, and they were sitting on top of the shelf, so I just moved it here because we have the space for it. And these are not actually all of my foundations, so I guess we can add to these right now as well. I had pulled out some for the fall makeup. So we'll put back the Flower Beauty Light Illusion. And I have, let's see, I have two that are in use right now. So I guess that is most of my foundation. Do I have just two? I don't know. Here's most of my foundations. And this is a category along with concealers that I'm trying to downsize, as well as primers we'll get to in a second. But anyways, if we scoot around, we explain that, but there it is. So we have the top shelf is looking good, second shelf is looking good. Now we need to work on this, which is like smaller eyeshadows and singles, primers, blush. This is new makeup, but as you can see, I haven't really purchased any new makeup recently. Hey, love that. Then these are face palettes, loose eyeshadow, and bronzers. Alright, so I guess we'll start down here. Let's take everything out so we can wipe the shelf down. These drawers are off Amazon, and I always have them linked down below for you guys if you want to check them out. They're pretty good. You can use them for a lot of things, not just makeup, and I love that. But they do work well for makeup as well, so whatever you want. So these are my primers. Again, another part of my collection. Let me zoom you in. That I want to have just a couple in this category, but at the same time, I'm not going to just declutter them just to have less. I want to actually use them up. So actually I did get a new one for my birthday, which is this Wet n Wild Dewy, but I'll just put it in here instead of the new makeup drawer. I use this a lot recently, as you can probably see. This is the Milani Bright Side Illuminating Primer. And then the First Aid Beauty, this is the Ultra Repair Hydrating Primer. So I'll put all those in there. And then I also have the Urban Decay All Nighter Ultra Glow. This is one that I'm like, yeah, I'm not trying to buy primers, but when it went 50% off at Ulta for 21 Days in Beauty a couple months back, I was like, I have to have it. So those are all of my primers. And I think I have already added in the smaller palettes here. Oh, I missed a foundation. The Too Faced Do You. So let me put that up here. How did I miss that? I have the Conspiracy palette. I don't use it very much, but it's right there. And then I have the Park Avenue Princess face palette as well. This one is so big that I end up sitting it just to the side here. I think that is... Oh, one thing I wanted to do is grab my setting sprays. Usually I just keep them on my vanity, but I think I want to put them up here in the foundation bin. Let me scoot you up. I think I want to sit them here. I think I want to start just pulling one at a time for my weekly makeup basket. This is Wet n Wild. It's not actually Wet n Wild in here. I'm just reusing the bottle. What's actually in here is this Urban Decay Ultra Glow Primer. So that is on my vanity. That's what I'm currently using. But okay, I like that. Let's zoom back down. Okay, now that we're getting through the pile, I'm seeing some products that I did not put away when we were in that category. So, for example, let me, here's another setting spray, the Milani Make It Last. So, put that there. I have some lip products that I want to put away. How did I miss all of this? Some of these are product pans, so I'm just going to set them to the side. But I have all these lip products that I need to just throw into the right drawer. Okay, we have some brushes here. Alright, and then the rest are palettes. Oh, this magnetic palette, there are a couple colors in here, but I just set that to the side as well. Okay, so we're down to just this little bin of makeup. So let's take this out so we can wipe everything down. Okay, I'm going to take this out. This is my only backup mascara. I'm just going to sit it with the foundations. And I think I will put... we'll see what I put in here. But here are my single blushes. So I have a couple to add. Morty's on the floor over here sleeping. He wasn't with us earlier because Jared was eating, so he had some other plans, aka get Jared's food. Actually, let's just put these palettes in here so we don't have to cram them into these other ones. So we love that. Let's take these out and wipe them down. Jared has to go run some errands, so he's about to leave us. It's Sunday here as I film this. I don't know if I said that. So we're trying to get just prepped for our week. Alright, we're down to the last section here. Shoot, this is exciting. This makeup has been so, you know, just scattered and all over the place. And then having that curated makeup on my desk, it was just kind of neglected back here. So it feels good to have it all wiped down and organized and ready for new weekly makeup baskets. Here are loose setting powders, so we'll sit that one in there. And then this last little bit are our last few bronzers. Alright guys, we did it. Part 1 of the beauty room organization is done. So this is the top of the makeup shelf. So there was a lot of makeup on top that we moved, and I wiped everything down, and I'm happy with it looking cleared out again. And then we went over the top shelf together. It just feels good, so good to not see dust, like a layer of dust, and to have products sitting on top of each other. Here is the second shelf. So we again dusted everything, put the ColourPop palettes back together. We added that bin with the foundations. We put the setting sprays in it, and then we added that backup mascara to it. We have then our normal size eyeshadow palettes, because my goal is to go through them at least one time, and then they can go back to their home and we can, you know, pull like usual after that point. And then on the very bottom shelf we just wrapped up. We have some palettes sitting in the side, and we put everything back in its home, wiped it down, and I just think everything looks so good, and there is nothing on the floor in front, and it just, you know, organization is great, and I'm happy to have all of it put back together. I wanted to show you guys, I have this bag here that stays on the shelf next to my makeup vanity. It's actually a desk, but whatever. This is all of my decluttered makeup that needs to find a home. So I just keep it in that bag, and as friends come over that I know love makeup, so it just stays in that bottom bin right here, I will let them go through the bag, but it helps me keep it all in one place. All right, and then this part looks so much better. So again, we're not doing anything with the clutter and the cleaning part. Today's part 1 was just getting makeup put away, and it is so satisfying to have a cleared off desk again. And I emptied out a little bit of the products that sit in that clear container. We put those back. We put the setting sprays, we gave them a home with the makeup collection. And I do still have makeup in here, which is my everyday weekly makeup basket drawer. So that stayed the same. We switched that out weekly. But otherwise, I think we did great. So part 2 will be some point in Vlogmas, and we'll actually like take the trash out and wipe things down and that sort of thing. And then if we want a part 3, then we can actually like see if there's anything to declutter, you know, that type of thing. So, whoo, Vlogmas day 1 on the books. We did it. Boom, 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 boom. Proud of us. I'm so excited to spend the next 2 weeks with you all. Let me know in the comments down below what you'd like to see in Vlogmas. I'll try to make it happen or incorporate it in some way if I can. But otherwise, I hope you're all doing well. Make sure you subscribe. Notifications are on, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.